Hey everyone, in today's video I'll be sharing with you how you can start winning more of your chess games with this one simple trick. Now, first what I'll do is evaluate the position in front of me, and then from here on I'll show you how I played the game and then reveal the secret tip on how to win more of your chess games. Now, if you don't have the patience, I'll leave timestamps below so you can just check it out. But for those of you who want to get more understanding of chess in general, first, let's evaluate this version. So here you see that the engine says it's +1. Now the reason why that is because my pieces are much more active than black's pieces, because these two bishops are nicely developed, and my knight is also pretty well placed to later jump into the action on the king side. And meanwhile, black's pieces don't have the same firepower, especially this light squared bishop, which hasn't developed yet and really doesn't have any bright future, because this pawn can't move forward because my dark squared bishop and knight control the e5 square. And not to mention, this pawn itself is now a weakness because it can't move forward, as I said. So it not only is the pawn structure bad, but also the piece activity is bad. And I'll be casting pretty soon queen c2, queen e2 to connect my rooks, and life should be fine. So here white is definitely better, but however not like completely winning or anything. So here it's still definitely a game to be had. I castled and my opponent played knight h5, trying to activate the rook, hit the dark square bishop, and sort of gain an initiative basically. And I play bishop g5, and usually I tell people not to play one move threats, and in this case it looks like a one move threat, hitting the black queen, just forcing it to move. And once it moves, it looks like my bishop has no point on g5. However, I'm keeping it for a reason, and it's the point of this video basically. And the one simple trick is basically try to induce blunders from your opponent. And if you look at chess, it's just a really simple game. All you have to do is checkmate, right? So one strategy I figured out is just allow your opponent to create a bunch of weaknesses around their king, and then you just go and target them. And usually people are just bad at defending, so you should end up winning the game. Of course, much easier said than done, but in this case I just leave my bishop on g5, and I play queen c2 again, further hitting the h7 pawn, and kind of like inducing him to play h6. And once he does, in this specific position, it's actually a huge blunder because I just play bishop g6 immediately. But in general, let's say I didn't have bishop g6 and I move back, and my opponent continues to play like knight f6 in this position. Now of course these are not the most optimal moves, and definitely in this position there are better moves, but I just wanted to reach an example sideline where, okay, even in this case where I don't have any immediate tactics, h6 you can still see is a weakness in this position, because I get in bishop g6, and in the future I can play moves like rook e1, perhaps plant my knight on e5 and play f4. And as you see, I'm slowly gaining some sort of play, and even though there's like no immediate checkmate, I'll slowly work towards one. I'll perhaps just move my queen to f2 and g3 and start lining stuff up. And not to mention, if there was a pawn on f7, which there is in most cases, I can't play bishop g6, but I can just leave the bishop on the light square diagonal, targeting the king side, and meanwhile I'll still lift my queen to the other side of the board, and then taking on f6 will be a target. So you see, there are certain ideas that easily flow for you once you start creating weaknesses on the king side. So this is the key concept I wanted to cover in this video, and that's it for today. So hope to see you around next time.